Okay, well, once again, here we are on Carty at the Paddy Expat Club every Tuesday, Hotel Barracuda, and as always, as you know, it's my privilege to interview the speaker. Today we've got John Malins. Would you like to say hello, John?
Hello, and happy to be here, and very honoured and pleased to be able to address the Pattaya Expats Club here today.
Excellent, mate. And John was talking about doing business in China, and you mentioned at the beginning it's an immense topic, but you managed to condense it sufficiently for our audience. Okay, but you spoke about initially your own personal 18 years in China.
Sure.
Yeah, so just briefly, a little bit about that. Condense it because it's a lot.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah, I didn't mention this upstairs. I wanted to leave that for the one-on-one sessions if people wanted to ask me. I didn't want to cover my own personal circumstances. I wanted to make it a general presentation. Yeah, I was 18 years in China. My first time in China was on a personal trip in 1979 to Guangzhou.
Remember, we've got about 5 or 7 minutes. Okay.
And then I returned in 1986 to work in Guangzhou.
Yeah, good.
And then I moved permanently in 1991. 1999, and I lived in chronological order in Shanghai, then Hong Kong, Chengdu. Places in the northeast and places in the southwest, as well as in and out of Shanghai.
Okay, as an aside, do you speak Chinese?
I do indeed.
Interesting, very good. But anyway, so getting back to the topic, you spoke, I found this interesting, FIEs or woofies.
Woofie.
Now, could you explain what a woofie is to everybody?
A woofie is exactly what it stands for, a wholly owned foreign enterprise.
Interesting.
Which is where you have no local partner.
Okay.
Of course, it's pretty restrictive, but it's available. It is transparent, and it's available on the second-hand market. But you can buy that. You can buy it from somebody who already has one, who wants to get out of business in China. And so you can buy their share in it, and just change the board of directors.
Is that advantageous to buy a second-hand one, or better?
It can be.
Yeah, you mentioned
but a woofie is allocated for a certain specific business, so it has to be in the in the business that you want to be in business in.
Yeah, of course. Okay, and then but interesting, as you know, a lot of our members are mature.
Yes.
Are not really going to start the business. They've got contacts, but what you covered was interesting, communication styles and etiquette, that it's different there. So again, can you just, because this is important for everybody.
Sure, even in a social environment.
Of course.
Mienza, or as they say, face, is very important to them. And if you don't give somebody face, then the relationship's not going in a good direction. So it's about mutual respect, basically. And it's expected there, and if it's not given, it can be a barrier towards success.
I agree, and that's a challenge with a lot of Europeans or doing business in China, because Europeans and Americans in particular are very direct.
Correct.
And Asians and Chinese in particular are not.
Indirect.
Yeah,
correct.
Of course. Okay, but and that you again.
Actually, you could have given this speech.
No, not at all, mate. But it's true. It's true. You know. And then you spoke about cultural differences.
Yes.
Just give 1 or 2 examples of cultural differences, please.
Well, just, how we dress, how we communicate, hairstyles, what are accepted do's and accepted don'ts.
Yes.
And what is an accepted do here is maybe a big no-no there, and vice versa. Always be mindful, and if you have a way, check before you do anything if it's going to be culturally offensive or not.
Well, I was just going to ask you that. So you mentioned the word check. How does somebody check on these differences?
Well,
other than going there and falling flat.
You see, again, you nailed it. You see, actually being there, and of course, by making mistakes, is the best way to learn. But you can do internet searches, and there are even courses that are run online and in person with certain enterprises to prepare you. Every person who goes to join the diplomatic service from the US in China has to undergo 2 years.
I can believe it.
Cultural awareness training before they go there, and that's coupled with language training as well.
Of course,
and usually that takes place for the Foreign Service of the US in Taiwan, and then they let them loose on China.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, I'm a little bit like you. I've been in Asia now for 24, 25 years, and Asia's totally different from the Western world, and you have to adapt. They won't adapt you because we're in their world.
Indeed.
All right, and then going back to your business, and you spoke about legal and regular. I can never read my writing. Regulatory environment. So just do a little bit of that, because your talk was primarily about business.
Yeah, true. Although business comes down to the relationship and the cultural interactions, so that's actually at the core of it, or at least that's what you're led to believe. There's a strong regulatory environment, but it is a transparent regulatory environment. Not ultimately trustable, but to be trusted. And you don't have ultimate recourse, in my opinion, even if everything is in your favor. I think the situational advantage of the Chinese person in China will still give them the heads up.
Of course.
But you don't need to be too scared off. That's all I would say.
But ultimately, what I got from it was that in addition to all the regulatory environments, it's still it's a personal thing. It's these not offending. You know, you can tick all the regulatory boxes, but if you do it wrong on a personal basis, you can bugger everything up. Is that right?
That's totally it. Yeah, you run the risk that your interpersonal interactions may compromise your otherwise strong situation in the business environment.
It's true. I remember being in Hong Kong many years ago, doing business with Chinese and around the table, because food is important and where you meet and everything. And I had an American partner who really was an American. And that's the only way I can say it. And,
very polite.
And it didn't go down that well,
There is chemistry as well.
Yes.
And the chemistry gets better the more you know, and the more you. I can't say adopt or respect you have to respect the culture, and you are in somebody else's country. You don't have to adopt it, but be aware of it and be mindful of it.
Yeah.
So like feng shui, feng shui is luck and destiny. I don't say I believe, but I say I don't not believe.
Yeah, John, I'm like you on that one. It's true, mate. It's true. Yeah, but totally. And then you finish. I've just got there, as we're talking about doing a bit. Do a summary, a risk summary, please, for everybody that's online that may want to open up a business. Give us a risk summary.
You need to have an appetite for risk to go there, I believe, and especially if you want to be successful. You can't hide behind everything. The regulatory environment, because it might not work for you.
Yes.
So in that case, you need to have the confidence.
Right.
You need to have deep pockets.
Yeah.
You need to be in it for the long term, not for the short term. But you need to be prepared. So when you go there, appoint a good tax person, appoint a good accountant, appoint a good legal person, employ a good HR person. Get all your backing behind you so that you don't set something up that you're going to trip over yourself later on.
No, good advice, mate, but a good talk. And as always, it's my honour to present the certificate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you much on behalf.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, look at that, on behalf of our members and the club, mate, bloody brilliant. Okay?
Thank you very much.
And we'll get you back again, because I know you mentioned you got a lot of topics.
I should try and find something that on the surface appears more interesting.
yeah, good. Okay, anyway,
Thanks.
so look, that's
much
it once again. Expat Club every Tuesday, Hotel Barracuda. Good speakers, good information, good company, good camaraderie, good food. What else do you want? Okay, so see you next week.